Danny Hall after a 2-1 series win over Louisville. Coach, if you could start with a statement before we open up for questions.
Yeah, we talked to the team and just kind of what I told them after, certainly disappointing loss Friday night. And, to the team's credit, and what we talked about was we still had a chance to win a series, but the Saturday game was critical, and felt like yesterday we kind of set the tone for today by playing well and doing a lot of things well yesterday. And then today it was just one of those grinder Sunday games where it goes back and forth. And, to our guys' credit, they just kept, every time Louisville would score, we seemed like we came in and had some great at bats. And, I think for me, when there was a lot of 2-out hits, which always help you win ball games. But the last 2 at bats that Tres Gonzalez had, with just kind of hitting the ball towards the shortstop, third baseman, and beating it out for an RBI. And then the bunt he put down, he's worked very hard on his bunting. And to put that down in that situation and get another run, and then Jenkins followed it with another 2-out hit to give us a pretty good cushion going into the ninth. And ninth got scary, but, we were able to get really their hottest hitter out. Bowman had just an outstanding day for them. So it's a series win against a really, really good team. And, it's exciting.
Okay, questions for Coach Hall. If you have a question, please use the raise hand function within Zoom. We'll call on people individually, beginning with Rod McKenzie from 247 Sports.
Hey, Danny, I guess you sort of touched on it. When you're playing Louisville, you never have enough hits or enough runs. And you look at the 2 wins, 32 hits, 32 runs. You really made good use of your hits.
No doubt. And we needed them all. They just kept figuring out ways to score themselves I just give our guys a lot of credit. They competed very hard for 9 innings each day. And, we were able to get a lot of hits and put a lot of runs on the board.
Next question comes from Russell Johnson from Rivals.
After the amount of stolen bases they were able to accumulate on Friday night, what do you feel everybody did differently both today and yesterday to limit them the way you guys did?
Yesterday, I think we did a better job of just, not letting them get innings started. I think today, until maybe the 7th or 8th inning, they'd gotten a leadoff hitter on every time. And, I thought we did a good job pitching wise of just holding runners, mixing up our looks, and just kind of keeping them at bay from just, running at will on us. The formula was let's try to get leadoff hitters out. And today that was almost next to impossible until late in the game. So I think they may have been something like 8 out of 9 with leadoff hitters on in an inning.
Next question comes from Patience Veitch.
Coach, what was your overall impression of Zach Maxwell and how he pitched today?
Oh, he's got electric stuff. I think he's just got a great arm, and he's got a good breaking ball, and so I think when he comes in, because of his velocity is so good, it's hard for guys to square him up, and if he's landing his breaking ball at all, it makes it even harder. So we love having him where we have him right now in our staff, kind of late in games, and felt like he threw the ball really well today.
Another question from Rod McKenzie.
I guess it was key in those first 2 games to be able to, have some of your bullpen locks and innings, and there you were sitting Sunday with both Maxwell and Bartnicki that hadn't worked all weekend. That seems to be pretty key for you.
I think it was. The fact that neither one of those guys had thrown until the end. That was definitely what our plan was. We still had Hugh Chapman and Dalton Smith that we could have used today as well. So we felt like our bullpen was loaded, and I think Sammy Crawford did a nice job. We just kind of felt like that we needed Jackson Finley. I'm trying to remember who he came in to try to get out. I think it was Dunn, and then he wasn't able to do it. So but we felt in that situation it was just a better matchup for us to try to go on him with a right-hander, and that's why we brought Finley in there with 2 outs in the 5th.
Got time for a couple more for Coach Hall. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. One from Russell Johnson, one from Patience. So Russell, go ahead.
With Malloy being pushed to second with the Will Height injury, is there any update to his status?
I think we'll get him checked out again tomorrow. I'm in hopes maybe that we can get him back next weekend. We don't have a midweek game, but he'll actually see I guess an ENT doctor tomorrow. So, we'll get him checked out good tomorrow and just probably know a lot more information after he gets checked out tomorrow.
Okay, and our last question for Coach Hall from Patience Veitch.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about how big it was to get those insurance runs in the 8th to have a little bit of breathing room going into the 9th?
They're huge, and we talk about it all the time of, in an ideal situation, you'd like to have at least a 4-run lead going into the last inning because, if they get guys on and then somebody hits a home run, they can tie the game with a homer. But, we were able to get some more and had a 5-run lead going in there. And, Burrell and I are over there in the dugout. Like the last guy we wanted to see up there late was Bowman because he'd already hit a home run and he, had 4 hits on the day. So, we didn't want to see him, but he was there. And then Bartnicki made a great pitch on him and popped him up. But you're always kind of counting, how many runs you're up and you don't want that tying or go ahead run to come to the plate if you can avoid it.
Coach Hall, thanks a ton. Congratulations. We'll talk next weekend.
Thank you.